Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Oratory School for the last time this year as part of the Moore Family Office Summer Challenge 2025. We have had the 12 best real tennis professionals in the country battling it out for part of a £20,000 prize purse. And just these two remain. Darren Long and Vaughan Hamilton. A reminder that we do play off half handicaps here at the Moore Family Office Summer Challenge. And we'll have a quick look at the players and the protagonists for tonight. Starting with Vaughan Hamilton, age 25, plays out of the Prested Real Tennis Club in Essex. Began his tennis at the Morton Morrell Tennis Court Club just up the road from here in Warwickshire, and a bit of time in Cantford, I believe, in between. Brought his handicap down to a new personal best of 2.5 over the course of this tournament. And absolutely one of the rising stars in British real tennis. Palmara is just back in, to think, 2 or 3 seasons ago he was playing the 15 to 19s. He's now got his handicap down to 2. Is quite a remarkable feat. And he will be really starting to challenge into the Open quarterfinals, you imagine, over the course of the next season. Had a great run at the US Professional Singles over in Newport last month. Reached the final of the Pro Satellite, then didn't progress through to the quarterfinals of the main draw there, but an excellent run of matches, including that 6-4, 6-4 victory against his opponent tonight in the quarterfinals. That opponent is the esteemed Darren Long, currently playing out of the Morton Morrell Tennis Court Club. He was previously up in Manchester and Cantford before that. World ranking in the top 15. I think it might have gone out a little bit since that graphic was last updated following the US Pro, but has been on the circuit for a long time and is an absolutely seasoned professional. Career highlights: winning the Satellite Championships of the US Pro and the IRTPA, Category A Open a number of times. Hasn't quite pushed through past those quarterfinal stages of the Opens. Reached them on a number of occasions, but I think he would have liked to have made a semi by this point in his career. That losing streak of matches does not include the events here at the Moore Family Office Summer Challenge, because this is off half handicap, so that doesn't actually update this particular graphic, but has turned that run of form around here at the Oratory and been playing exceptional tennis while he's been here. Head to head, again, this isn't truly representative because again, playing half handicaps, whereas this graphic only shows the level matches. But you can see really tight between these two players. Played 4 times and 2 victories each. But this will be the highest profile match that they have squared off against each other. It's hard to know who to put your money on tonight. As these two have both battled it out very hard. So Darren, you'd expect, as we've seen all tournaments, first and second serve railroads, asking for that quick rally. Hamilton, you would imagine, would oblige. His strength so far this tournament has been blasting those dead-on shots straight down the middle of the court. So it's going to be a real cat and mouse battle between how tight can Darren serve versus how accurate can Vaughan be in response. And then from the other end of the courts, Darren has been looking, well, both of them have been looking to win off, to lay plenty of chases over the course of the tournament as well. So it really is going to be a fantastic battle. I wouldn't say these two players are necessarily similar in style or identical in style or from the same school of play, but there are definitely aspects to both of their play that make them exciting players to watch. I think a lot of people have especially been impressed by Hamilton's progression and the way that he goes about his play. If you are joining us from the conclusion of the last match of the British Under-26 Invitational at Seacourt, welcome. We have not yet started, just completing the knock-ups. I think the crowd is all out in the club room at the moment as part of the champagne reception. I think the players are ready, but the crowd isn't. So we're going to have the crowd coming through shortly. And then we'll be underway. Yeah, so that British Under-26 is going on down at Seacourt at the moment, part of the Van Allen, Clothier and George Lim trophies. That will continue coverage here on T&RA Media over the course of the week there. But for now, we have a final on our hands here at the Oratory. These are some of the best professional players in the country. It will be Rob Fay in the marking chair tonight. We'll be playing a handicap of 0.15. And remember, it is a best of 5 set match. So strap yourselves in. We were discussing this in the clubhouse earlier. We don't think there's been any competitive best of 5 set tennis off handicap before. Because we're playing half handicaps, it's turned out that the actual handicap difference between these two would also be 0.15. So be it half handicaps or full handicaps, doesn't matter in this case. And it will be Vaughan who will be owing every 4th game. Doesn't always feel like a lot, but it just can be enough just to tip the balance in your favour. How well you do in that quarter game. Still just about underway here. Crowd is now fully ensconced. Fully embedded in the deader now. Mark are about to take his seat, and then we'll be underway.
Welcome everybody. Coming to the final of the 2025 More Family Office Summer Challenge. Introducing the players at the receivers end from the Preston Hall Tennis Club, we've got Vaughan Hamilton. Serving from Morton Morrow, we have Darren Long. These boys have already made over £2,000 in this tournament, and tonight they are playing for an extra £2,000. This match will be the best of 5 6-game sets. The handicap is Vaughan owes 1/4-15. First game level.
As you heard there from the marker, £2,000 up for grabs at this match, so everything to play for.
15 love.
First blood to Darren Long.
Oh.
already bringing out the second serve railroad.
Love. The
question through the early stages of this match really is, can Hamilton get on top of the railroad? It's a wicked serve to pull out as a second serve. Last railroad. Hamilton really couldn't get much of his racket behind it. Great start here for Darren.
Receiver lead. Chased better than second gallery. Hop.
Case, especially when Vaughan's down this service end, the longer the rally goes on, the more it advantages him.
Okay, 7-2. 30-40.
Whereas for Darren, finishing the point quickly from the hazard end is going to be key. Get back down the service end and get back on the serve. I just feel that with Hamilton, the longer the point goes on, the more likely it is to pull out some insane shot that's going to bounce around 3 different angles or something like that. Doesn't need to hit that. That's come back off the back, Penthouse out for a fault.
Lost it, 2 and 3. Game server, first game.
So, Darren Long, first blood of the match. And that's the shot that Vaughan has been excelling at so far this week. That straight force that we've been talking about. Darren's really threatening an ace-winning gallery off that railroad. He's getting to kick back a lot.
$30-40.
That one's just snuck in the dead on.
Receiver, 1 game all set.
And that's kind of the risky play, playing this shot, playing this serving strategy.
Second gallery.
Hamilton is just going to keep smacking those all day if Darren's going to keep serving them, and it's a case of does he manage to keep it under control into the dead on or put it high on the roof.
15 love.
That one Just snuck over the net, top of the arc of the ball, perfectly placed. Just clear it over. Other thing that Darren's doing on his serve, he's serving it a lot closer. He's standing a lot closer to that service battery wall when he's serving his railroad than he was earlier in the week. Doesn't need to try and generate the angle. Everything's coming from the spin. And that's what's keeping it tight. But these balls are ripping at the moment.
Chase 2-3. Game receiver. 2 games to 1 for a set. It's the 0-15 love game.
The first of the handicap games.
Wilson 6. No strokes.
One of the things that the handicap game does give is it gives you, if you're down the receiving end, just that little bit of extra time to try and find a chase. And there's the second of them.
Thank you. Chases.
I think we'll see more of the same from Darren Long down this service end. He's had one strategy this week and it's worked really well for him. It's got him to the final. But can he win it?
No strokes. Chase worse than 6. Hazard 1 and 2.
Great shot on the hazard chase.
30-0-15.
Didn't really want to go cross court to the winning gallery. Happy to take the grill straight down the line, and now 30-0-15 point advantage in the game.
Love 30. Whoa. Oh, see it. 15-30.
Hamilton doing well to keep in this game. It was 30-0-15 down. If Darren could repeat that point all day, he would. Serve really kicking back, then getting the option on the grill.
Yeah. 40-15.
It just does come in with that risk, because you know what shot Hamilton's going to play. It's going to be that hard, flat shot to the forehand or looking for the dead on. It's all well and good to know that it's coming, but if Hamilton can pull it off, if the ball doesn't quite stick to that battery wall, then it's going to be very difficult for Long to deal with.
Receiver leads. It's worse than a yard. $30-40. 20-yard works.
Once again, Long taking the chase at that first opportunity. Not going to waste any time at that hazard end. Hamilton really needs to think out what he's going to be doing when he's get down this service end.
40-30 serve lead. Takes more than a yard worse than the last gallery.
So I think the play is pretty clear at the moment when Darren's serving. First one he's tried to volley.
Games to 1 first set.
There's the loose one. Hamilton goes the backhand that time. Draws the error. All started with that loose second serve. That's the shot he's been after. Not easy going though.
Worse than the last gallery. 30 love.
I think that's the thing with the strategy from Darren of this predominant railroad game, railroad then finishing the grill, is I think on a handicap match where he was receiving a bunch of handicap like he was from Rob Fay in the semi-final. It works well because it's, yes, you're going to spray some, but you also going to win a lot as well just from having that serve be nice and tight.
Chase 40 love. Chase worse than last gallery.
Hasn't actually had to owe a big handicap with it this tournament so far. Hamilton taking the grill.
2 games to 3. That's set.
Definitely not out of this set yet, even if Long has had the upper hand through most of it.
On. 15 love.
Another grill for Hamilton once again as these rallies get longer, it favours Hamilton more and more. As that retrieving style able to get the better of Long. Not going to miss out on those. Another grill for Hamilton, really racking them up now. Good service game for him so far. Won't want to give it away as he looks to level up this first set. Fantastic angles from Hamilton. Pressuring long onto that back foot. Eventually getting the ball that he can put away. Nice curve on that shot as well. Oh! So we are all level here at the Oratory. 3 games all. Got the 0-15 game coming up the next game. So just as he's worked his way through a good game serving, Hamilton not bad at throw away a game serving. Just like that. Almost less than 60 seconds and it's back to a deficit for Hamilton. That wasn't a game he'd like to remember. Now, with the handicap again, 0-15 love. Just out of reach for Darren long. Perfect cross-court grill from Vaughan. He too is starting to get his railroad to really kick as it did at the start of the previous rally. Not going to quite commit as hard as Darren is to a second serve railroad. Do let us know where you're watching from in the live chat. We'd love to hear from you. Have you enjoyed this More Family Office Summer Challenge 2025? New tournament on the calendar. Potentially going to last at least another couple of years. Should the sponsorship arrangements with More Family Office continue. They have been a great supporter of tennis over the years. Supported the World Championships at Prested a couple of years back, the Ladies World Championships here. Darren showing that he can lob a grill as well. Not just something for Hamilton. Great defense from Darren, really having to move side to side, but getting the ball that snicks the timbre. Again, one of these long rallies going the way of Hamilton. How many times have we seen that from Vaughan Hamilton this year? Easy as you like between the legs. Sound like a plane taking off here. So as Darren wins that game point, I can confirm we've just had the red arrows fly directly overhead over the Oratory School. That was that loud booming noise that caused a pause in play just before. The red arrows, the flying squadron, the stunt squadron of the Royal Air Force, I think. Great to see His Majesty's Armed Services supporting real tennis with a flyover. Problem is we're in an indoor sport, so we can't quite appreciate it. Back to the tennis. Darren up now with a 5-3 lead in this best of 5 set match.
Second gallery. 15-all. Nope. Get up. 30-15.
This set just slipping away now. Needed that to be more accurate than it was in the end. Just gave Darren the high ball. Did really well to maneuver that over the net without touching it. We saw Hamilton last night diving over the net on a ball he chased up to the galleries. If you haven't seen that, go back and watch it, or you can see it on the Oratory Real Tennis Instagram page. But Darren Long now with a set point. Looks to get an early leg up on the board in this 5-set final. £2,000 on the line for this match alone, £20,000 across the course of the tournament. Again, just managing to get the arc perfectly shaped over the net. Hamilton saves the first set point, still 2 more to come. Still set point.
Game point.
Third set point now, and the game point. Had to deal with the awkward bounce of the first one, but in the end, the unforced error on that second shot gives Darren Long the set, 6 games to 3. Straight away into the second set. Good leave, straight one down the middle from Darren. Very tall dead on here at the Oratory. Lots of height, but very little width. Hamilton still with everything to fight for. 5-set tennis is a long game.
All out, please.
So as the players collect the balls, let's have a look at that first set summary. 25 minutes. Darren Long just edging out each of those departments. More effectively able to find that chase. Doesn't really care about the length because his serve has been absolutely on point. Again, we won't have the winning openings count tonight because the mark is not recording that, so you can move past that particular statistic. But we are straight back into this second set, and Darren's doing everything right. He's serving really well. He's hitting that grill target a lot. He's finding the chases. Hamilton, when he's able to get into that longer rally, is able to control it a lot more and put Darren on the defensive. Just hasn't quite been able to get out of those first couple of shots of the rally, and then has had a couple of periods of a little bit more lackadaisical play where he's just given away a game quite quickly. And as with the unforced errors, disruption in the galleries is everyone's going to go refill their drinks between the sets.
15-30 Hazard, yard better than the door.
On the high ball on the hazard chase. Darren slips as he tries to muscle that over. Can't manage it. It was very slippery out here last night. Caught me to give it a thorough clean. You know he's clean that part of the court though.
First game, second set.
So can Hamilton build a run? Got the first game of the set. Might take another couple just to solidify a lead. Hamilton finds the perspex. Big old sound from the material there that was put in for the 2004 IRTPA Championships. Back when broadcast cameras were a lot bigger than they are now.
15 all. One chase.
Hamilton has been looking to step in and take that railroad on the volley a lot more in this second set. And late on in the first set too. Hamilton, I just thought that was going to fall for a hazard. It didn't quite make it there. And he'll come down this service end with a worse than 2 to defend.
Chase is worse than 3.
I beg your pardon, worse than 3, the chase.
No, not up.
Excellent serve from Hamilton, getting it to roll out the back. Game point here in the second game. Point that could define the trajectory of the rest of this set. Darren Long with the wall climb, but couldn't make it count. Hamilton with the finish. 2-love here at the Oratory School. Once again, getting the better of that longer rally. Just wonder when Darren's in that longer rally, should he just, instead of trying to flirt with the last gallery and thinking about putting it long, just bring it back shorter and just take the second gallery. Almost an excellent shot. Very difficult to control. Trying to control where that ball is going to end up from playing that particular shot. In the end, it goes into hazard second. tried the back wall boast, but couldn't really get enough height on it. If you'll excuse me for a moment, I'm going to go take some pictures for Real Tennis News. We are here in the second set of the best of 5 of the Moore Family Office Summer Challenge between Darren Long and Vaughan Hamilton, 30 all.
Hazard chase, the second gallery. Point. 20-30. Chase the door. Game point. Receiver, 3 games to love, second set, 0-15 love game. Love off. Server 1 game to 3, second set.
Lucky and I'll take it, please. Come on.
30-40. Two chases. Has it been the yard?
So I've just spent the last couple of games down the side galleries, taking pictures for Real Tennis News. Read up all the write-ups on all the big tournaments over on realtennisnews.com. But what I was going to say to you is the pictures that you're seeing on your screen don't convey just how tight Darren is getting that railroad to stick to that side wall. When you're standing in halves of the door, you get a real appreciation for how little room Vaughan has to deal with those serves.
15 love. Has it chased better than the
Darren
yard?
atoned for his double fault on match game point well. And the hazard off the high back wall. High back wall here is not an easy option because you've got those big glass areas. You've got to somehow get enough pace to spring off those.
Second gallery. 15-0. Second gallery. Chases.
Darren getting both of his chases quite quickly, come down the service end and really try and focus on getting those tight railroads in again. The fact that he served those two double faults in the last couple of games just kind of also shows how much he's attacking that second serve. It's perhaps all too easy just to roll the second serve railroad nice and high on the penthouse and keep the spin off of it, but I think what he's done really well and the calculation that he's made is that despite the risks of double faults, the benefits of keeping that serve tight far outweigh those risks.
30-15 receiver leads. Chase the second gallery. Better than the second gallery.
That railroad was long out into the hazards, had to play it because they're playing off a chase, but did well getting the angle across. Tight serve again from Darren, but just missing the grill high. Ball on the penthouse, too easy for Hamilton to dispense with. Jammed up against that side wall, couldn't really do much with it. Points one, more or less dead even at this stage. Could this be the game that Hamilton runs away with the sets? Got to admire Darren just sticking to plan A no matter what.
Or
could it be the one that Darren fights his way back into it? Remember, best of 5 sets here today. A long match. And especially given how tight these two, you wouldn't count against either of them fighting back from 2 sets down. It is a final, there's nothing to conserve yourself for. There's no more match play until the Champions Trophy, so you can really give it all. Both have already won £2,000 so far this tournament. Another 2,000 up for grabs tonight alone. Very rogue high shot from Darren. Playing the handicap game again. Remember, quarter 15 handicaps. But it is neutralised early on. It's a good option from Darren again. He's always looking for where that chase is coming from. Happy to hit second gallery, happy to hit the drive, gets the back wall, and happy to hit across the angles like that. Expected that one to hit the timbre. Biggest timbre in the world here at the Oratory, and it just slid by. I've been saying all tournaments about 1 metre across, whereas most other timbres are about 70 centimetres or so, give or take. Didn't quite read that one off the main wall. Came at him more than he was expecting. He was expecting that to slide so he could play the volley, and in the end he just had to take evasive action. In the comments, Chris Vigrass, go Vaughan in the sense of allez. All the allez will be at Seacourt in 2 days' time when the France under-26 team take on the rest of the world. And then Susie Faulkner, wow, a best of 5. How hot is it down there? Well, it is heating up on court. It has been worse earlier in the week. A bit of breeze around the Oratory and a bit of humidity as well.
Better than 5.
A couple of weeks ago it was quite sweltering here at the Oratory, but again, not too bad this evening. This to level the match. or level the set rather. Already leads in the match. High back wall stays in, but never really going to win the point after you've hit one of those. So back to 40 all with a straight force from Vaughan.
40 all, getting point. 40 all.
If there ever was a point that a set could hinge on, this is it. Serve couldn't quite bite back, and Hamilton able to get on top straight away from it. 5-3 now. Well, that one's gone straight at him. I think he's picked it up fairly late as well. One was fair way up the court. He's a little lucky that didn't ricochet off into his face. But it means that Vaughan is 30 love up now, 5-3 up. So set points now for Vaughan Hamilton. 4 of them. Takes the second gallery. Shouldn't be upset by that. Lock in the service end and try and win one of these 4 set points. Surely he's odds on to take this set. It'd be quite remarkable if Darren could bring it back from here.
40 love server leads. Chase the second gallery.
So second gallery is the chase. Up out of court, Vaughan Hamilton levels up the match at 1 set all.
Second set to server 16-3. 1 set all. Third set.
Remember, best of 5, so still got at least 2 more sets to play tonight.
That is the worst shot ever.
15 love.
Once again, the early exchanges in the set will be very crucial. Long just looking to play a few more shots from that hazard end. I think he's a bit more conservative in the first hour or so of the match, and since this third set started, not looking for the galleries in the same way. I think he's sensing a bit of frustration from Hamilton as well, and he can keep Hamilton playing and missing those forehands, then maybe it could start to cascade. Excellent weight from Hamilton on the backhand though. Fantastic winner. Hamilton very frustrated. Saw this in the US Pro Satellite final against Josh Dodgson, where he kind of imploded a bit into this third set of, second set of that match. The thing is, I don't think he's got really any reason to be irate with himself. Except for the fact that he is currently irate with himself. So, as they collect up the balls of that, we'll have a look at the second set. Again, the openings not being recorded, so we can't say anything about those, but points won 24-32. That's broken a lot more for Hamilton than had in that first set. His only concern really is that chaser's laid statistic. I think perhaps we might see Darren in this set focus less on laying those chasers and more winning a few more of the points from that hazard end. But the crowd have filtered back into the club room to re-top up their drinks. You're watching the Moore Family Office Summer Challenge final, played between Darren Long and Vaughan Hamilton here at the Oratory School. Been a great 3 weeks of competition here. And tennis will continue with the under-26s team tournaments down in Seacourt over the next week or so. So do stay tuned for those. So 2 last gallery chasers.
Last gallery. 30-15, chase the last gallery.
Jesus Christ, guys.
Try to keep the chat to the in-between points, please. 40-15. 40-15.
Just a bit frustrated with the crowd. Very much boozed up here. Champagne on tap. Supplied by Paul Roger. That's floored Darren. I think both of them are getting a little bit hot and bothered here in this third set. No, there's probably still at least an hour of play still to go.
30 love.
Hamilton no longer seems content to rally it around either. I think they're looking for the finish earlier in the point. Well, that one's just missed it high. Go out for another long chase. Both of these players will be back in action again at the end of the month at the Champions Trophy.
30 love. Server leads. Chase 2.
I believe they've drawn the same group in the qualifying, but I'd have to double check that.
Oh, you cannot give away that serve.
15-30.
That's down at Hampton Court Palace. Tickets are available for that if you fancy seeing some fantastic tennis. So that high back wall on the hazard into the hazards wins the chase. It's kind of half expecting him to play the Federer between the legs shot on the lob that came over his head. I've seen him do many times, but I think match situation doesn't call for that. Had it covered.
Into the server. It's 2 games to 1 first set. 0-15 love game.
Targets are plenty tonight. And this is the handicap game, so that's already been neutralised yet again.
Oh, just be ready, you know it's coming.
15 love.
Hamilton's Rared's not quite able to get back in as much as Darren's are. He's just able to get a little bit of extra room on it to play that more thick boast off the main wall. Just like that. This match is not going anywhere fast. It's just back and forth and back and forth. Reigning targets here at the Oratory School. Great shooting there from Darren, picking off just the fact that those serves aren't as tight as they could be. And finding that main wall dead on, not the easiest shot here at the Oratory. Do you have to get your width right? Height doesn't matter quite so much, but the width especially doesn't just roll in every time like it would at a court like Petworth.
40-30, server leads. Hazard chase worse than a yard.
Oh, that was very nearly incredible.
40 all, game point.
Another 40 all. Great finish from Darren Long.
2 games all.
The frustration showing from Vaughan Hamilton. So we are exactly square now in this third set of 5, potentially. Hamilton just has so much fewer options off that return of serve. Just has to look to get it in play and work it through the rest of the rest.
15-30.
Hamilton's just got to be careful of his anger here. Doesn't want to toe the line too much and elicit a warning from Faye. Players were reminded of their to be on their best behaviour at the start of the match. In the comments, Ian Hawkey closes out Vaughan and some nice heat on that force. Yes. As soon as he's been given the option to force it, has been able to get some fantastic heat on it, but is just not being given that ball at the moment.
Better than the second gallery.
Evenly poised in the third set of 5. Lost his racket and cannot recover it. Darren easily able to lob it into the open court.
Worse than the last.
Can't do much without a racket. If you do try and hit the ball with your feet or any other part of your body, that would have been a stroke against, so you had to go recover it. Game point here at 2-all. Great angles from Hamilton. Saw Darren coming up to the timber and decided to go in front of him. As soon as he had made that decision and pulled the shot off, it was absolutely no way it was coming back. 3-2 now to Hamilton. Extra little roll off that penthouse. Darren leaning in for the volley, but the ball never got to him.
20-15. He leads 4-2, third set.
So, small break now for Hamilton. After winning that 2-all, 40-all.
Last gallery.
And spent the whole game at the service in the 3-2 game.
15 love.
Service just getting a little bit better for the Prested professional. Just a little bit more restrictive on Darren's forcing.
Ready, love. Nope. Yard. Ready, love. Two chases. Last gallery. What's the...
That ball looked like it was going to come flush on the back wall. Darren did well to get enough behind it. He got plenty of cut, kind of forced on him by the fact the ball was really no more than half a foot from the back. So come down this service end again. And he has a 2-game deficit compared to when he was last here. So can he rebuild?
There you go. Last gallery.
That might just be the set there.
Chase 15-14. Ready, 40.
Great defense from Darren with the first periscope volley, but the second one is where the error comes. 5-2 now for Hamilton.
0-15 love game.
That 40-all, 2-all, where he picked up Darren going in front of the timbre. That very much could prove the decisive moment of this set. 5-2 up now.
Chase, 1 and 2.
Remember, it is a best of 5, so not close to the finish line yet, but a decent milepost. At that point, excellent demonstration of what a tight railroad will do, and then another excellent demonstration on just how good Vaughan Hamilton is at retrieving. Claire in the chat, exciting final. Let's go, guys. Absolutely. This is what we want in a final. Back and forth tennis. Never know who's going to win. Don't want it to be love, love, and love.
the stroke. Chase 1 and 2.
So Hamilton with the serve, looking to close out the set. It's very good from Darren on a 1 and 2 chase. Forced Hamilton to play. Perhaps didn't really need to go up that last one, to be honest. He's got enough buffer that it might not yet matter. Playing off the chase, Darren had to get that. We've seen that a couple of times tonight. Don't even know if he managed to get a racket on it. Just to tickle it over, but it was nowhere near beating the chase.
Love 50.
First one was a great pickup from Vaughan. Couldn't manage the second one. A little bit slow off the mark. Hamilton just stuck still in the follow through of his previous shot when the ball had already sailed past him and never really had a chance of chasing it down. So Darren coming to the serve, 2 short chases. He looks to survive in this set. Definitely no illusions of deliberately conceding the set. Still absolutely all to fight for, really.
Play 15, 7-8. Chase better than a yard. Chase 40-15. Chase worse than a yard.
Well, a long way to go back for Darren in this set, but steps in the right direction. Really felt like he had to hit the grill on that first stroke, being so far out of position. Recovered well with the volley, but again, still never really able to recover his position for the rest of the rally. Could he do it? Could he bring back this set? Tricky ball that Hamilton had to deal with in front of the tambour. And Long trying to tickle it up the line, couldn't quite get there. Set point to Hamilton for a 2-1 lead. First one saved. 40 game point, another set point to Hamilton. So it's still set point. Chase 5 to defend for Hamilton. Definitely gettable. He'll still have more opportunities even if he loses it. But 2-1 lead in a best of 5.
Chase 5.
Having dropped the first is great work from Hamilton if he should make it. Serve was really tight, and then playing the high back wall to win the win the regular chase rather. We've seen a lot growing into the game on the hazard chases, but that's done on a regular chase. So it takes the set 6-3 into the 4th set. After an hour and a half of play. This is where experience really comes to the fore. Darren in his career has played plenty of 5-set matches. I'm thinking of Nick Howell in the British Open in 23. Lewis Williams in the Australian Open in 24. So I don't know if Hamilton's ever made it to 5th set before in his career. I don't have my magic spreadsheet in front of me to tell you that. But I don't imagine it's something he's had too much experience on playing best of 5-set tennis really only in the last 18 months or so. knocked out in qualifying the 2 British Opens, you know, if I remember correctly.
Second gallery.
Made the second round last year. Game point for the lead in the 4th set. So Darren along with the first lead of this 4th set. He's going to throw absolutely everything at this set, you imagine. Still sticking with that plan A of that railroad serve. Not even served a second serve underarm twist, which he did once or twice in his match against Faye. So, what happened in that 3rd set? Just under half an hour. Again, we're not recording the targets tonight, so don't pay any attention to those particular statistics. Over the course of this match, Vaughan's serves 1 has just been creeping up and up and up. That's the first set that they've played where he's been better on laying the chases as well. That's been Darren's strength through most of this match so far. So into, well, this for Hamilton to tie up the 4th. As he looks to win the Moore Family Office Summer Challenge for 2025.
40 love, 70.
What a great record that would be for his development.
Game, 1 game all. Love. Thank you. Worse than last gallery.
Change of rackets for Darren. Had been playing with the gold leaf up to now. Now back on the greys. Last of his gold leaf stock, apparently. Spoke to him about it last night. As the greys gets a good workout to start with the dead on. Can't quite bring himself to a second serve railroad. Oh, volley was almost amazing. I think you could have perhaps made a case for that one. Each of these sets have started close and then broken one way or the other. Will we see that trend continue in this set? Now it really becomes a question of endurance as well. How's your fitness to perform after nearly 2 hours of tennis? Potentially another hour still to go. We're helped by the fact that there's no juices in handicap tennis, otherwise we would really be here all night. That's where you get your 4-hour epics coming from.
Game point. Big score. 40-all.
Not quite able to get as devastating a railroad in the last little while as Darren through the back half of the third set and into the fourth. In the first half of the second set, he was able to keep that really tight. Hamilton's just been able to get on top of it a bit more recently. Game point. Excellent tickle from Darren.
Team leads 2-1. The 0-15 game.
Once again, we're into the handicap game. 0-15 every fourth game is the handicap.
No, not level.
Is this match going to go? It feels like there's another twist to the tail yet. Hamilton leading in sets, Long leading in games. £2,000 on the line for the winner. As part of the £20,000 up for grabs in this particular tournament's prize pot, the second largest prize pot in the UK after the British Open. And the fourth largest prize pot in tennis, I believe.
Better than 3.
Certainly more than the French Open or the Australian Open as well. Great boasting from Hamilton.
Worse than 6.
There's a bit of that lead weight you start to feel in your legs when you're 2 hours into a real tennis match. Just didn't have quite the speed to get across that ball. He's going to take his time here now. just to try and release that lactic acid buildup. So back to even. Was it 2 games all in the third set where Hamilton won a 40 all and then raced away with it? Will that be the case here?
I just can't get it right.
15 love.
Okay, so big moment in this match. Darren has put away his railroad.
Second gallery, 2 chases.
Don't mind it at this particular juncture, just to try and break it up a little. He's not winning from the service end at the moment. Just not able to quite get the railroad to be executed as well as he would like. See if he continues
15 love, third leads.
that sidewall serve when he comes down at this end next. Or if it's just one off.
Still worse than 4. 30 love, chases second gallery.
Just don't do it.
15-30.
Every moment crucial now.
Second gallery. Out. 40-30.
Just get a sense that Darren's doing a bit of back to basics. Get the basic things right before you start to be a bit more expansive. So Hamilton, I think, is feeling the pressure of being just 4 games away from taking this title. Would be the biggest of his career so far.
Server leads. Just second gallery.
We are at this point in the last set. And as in the last set, it goes the way of Hamilton.
Leads 3-2.
So he now has the lead. From this point, he went 4-2 quite quickly. And then held back the resurgence late on. Will history repeat, or will it for a bobble? How rare here at the Oratory to have a bobble serve. So yeah, it does look like Darren has, for the first time really in this tournament, put away his railroad. think he's done it at the right time too. I think sometimes you can leave it a little bit too late to change away from plan A, so I don't mind that. He just needs to find a new theory. Where is his points coming from? He's getting a good length on that sidewall, just needs to maintain it.
Better than 2. Chasers.
Hamilton, you'd think he'd back himself from here on out, right? 3-2 up in the fourth set, 2-1 up in sets. Just needs to find a way to cross over the line. It's not an easy thing to do, especially with so much riding on this match.
It's worse than the door.
Great time to pull out a grill from Hamilton.
Video chase better than 2.
The short chase to follow.
No, 2 and 3.
Just lost the chase, so this now for a 4-2 lead.
Second gallery, 40-30.
Awkward ball. Darren somehow manages to find a gallery out of that. Again, not really sure how. Is this match near a conclusion, or do we have a lot left to play? That's the tension of a fourth set. Both players know they can do it.
130, receiver leads. Chase the second gallery.
For one, whoever comes up short in a fourth set, it's heartbreak going into the fifth, because you felt like you had the match within your grasp. Back to the railroad. So Darren tried to copy Vaughan going with the high back wall on the to win the chase, but he's gone out of court. Part of out of court you don't see too often in real tennis, so that's lost him the point. And that might be a bad decision because he had options in that rally.
15 love.
He might rue that one. Really had to, couldn't rely on playing that one off the sidewall because it was threatening to go into the winning gallery. Just didn't quite have the positioning to play that shot. takes advantage of Hamilton's misread of the timbre. There's a couple of points just to keep within touching distance of Hamilton.
Another
periscope volley from Darren Long ends in the chase. So Richard Ramjane in the chat. Come on, Vaughan, let's go. Great to hear from you, Richard. Do love to hear from you in the live chats. Keep them coming in. In the meantime, on court, Vaughan just 2 games away from the title. Those nerves must be really kicking in now.
Receiver leads. Shakes worse than second gallery. Oh. Game receiver regains the 4. The 0-15 love game.
So once again, we're at the handicap game. Quarter 15 every 4th game. Vaughan will owe the 15 handicap.
Level. Oh. Love. Oh.
Can be so hard to find these final 2 games sometimes. Great serving, and then once again, great angles.
30-15.
That part of the court so tempting to go the grill, but Vaughan finds another way. Yes, another long rally. Hamilton's railroad's really kicking back now. It's just preventing Darren from playing that main wall force. There's another excellent railroad serve from Hamilton. Brings up 40-15. The change of ends. That's what Darren was able to do in the first set, in the first half of the second set. He hasn't quite been able to find a serve like that in response in the second half of the match.
Receiver leads. Takes the last gallery.
It's not over yet. Long back with the railroad. Tried some other serves, but didn't like that. Didn't like that serve either. Hamilton with the volley out from the hazards. didn't want to leave that one for a hazard chase, so it ends up with a worse than last gallery chase. But that was fairly at the body. Long just had to take evasive action.
30-40, server leads, worse than last gallery.
Neither of them want to give it away, but Hamilton, with the help of the timbre, takes the game. 5-3 lead now, 1 game away. Calm as you like from Hamilton. No, that's just not what you want to see. He was playing for that extra little bounce. In the end, he was just nowhere near it. That's the cruelty of real tennis. And this is it, championship points. 4 championship points with the serve. So Vaughan Hamilton wins the inaugural Moore Family Office Summer Challenge. A great fight between these two competitors. 3-6, 6-3, 6-3, 6-3.
In the Moore Family Office Summer Challenge, Vaughan Hamilton. 3-6, 6-3, 6-3, 6-3.
And we'll have a presentation shortly. Don't go anywhere, people. We'll have the presentation shortly. And what a great performance we've had from Vaughan tonight, and all of the professionals who've taken part this week. Well, not just this week, these last 3 weeks. New addition to the calendar. And for all those who've come down and watched some of it in person, it has been a great spectacle. So presentation to follow shortly. Just going to set up for it. While we wait, there is plenty of tennis coming your way over the next little while. We'll have continuing coverage of the under-26s at Seacourt. And that will be the remainder of the under-26s Invitational, followed by the team events, the Van Allen Trophy, the Clothier Cup, and the George Lim Trophy, as well as for the first time a France versus the rest of the World Challenge. So that's all still to come. And then at the end of the month, we'll be bringing you coverage of the Champions Trophy from the Royal Tennis Court at Hampton Court Palace. Do get your tickets for that. That will be an amazing event as well. Playing in one of the historic homes of the game. So tickets available, go to royaltenniscourt.com for that one. And all of that will be, of course, broadcast here on Tennis and Rackets Association Media. And that will draw close to the season of real tennis after that. The off-season is very short in real tennis. The French Open will follow, and the World Champions after that in September. And the IITPA Championships in October, and the British Open in November. So a cracking second half of the year coming up. And don't forget, in August you will all get a present. You'll get 2.5 points off your handicap worldwide. So lots of exciting things happening in real tennis right now. Presentation is still getting set up. I think the patrons are still in the bar waiting to, or topping up their drinks. If you'll excuse me briefly, I will go and make sure the cameras are set up for the presentation, and then we will bring you that presentation. So all set up for the presentation. It's just getting the crowd back into place for Darren and Vaughan to receive their trophies. Should get a big novelty check, I think. Don't have one of those, but given that we've been advertising it as a £20,000 prize pot, I think a novelty check would be a welcome addition. Fantastic support here at the Oratory this week as well. Packed dead-ons for most of the nights. Spread out over the 3 weeks. Just meant that we've had constant flow of people into and out of the Oratory School. Great place to come play some tennis. So do come down if you like the look of this place. It's a great place with the phase running it, and they will be building some paddle courts here as well at the Oratory over the next little while. They should be operational from September or so. So if you want to try a bit of paddle alongside your real tennis, this is a great place to be. In the live chats, John Watkins saying that Vaughan was getting close, but Darren was toughing it out. It's been a great watch. It absolutely was a great watch. John, tension all the way through to the end. Chris Vigrass, great game, excellent play from Vaughan in Hawkeye. Great result for Vaughan. Congrats to both players for an enthralling match. Great to see some of the support out from Prested for their local pros. They really do know how to throw their support behind their guys down at Prested, as we saw especially through the 0 to 9s this year. First time that they had hosted it down there. Just about to get underway. We'll see if we do. We've got, here we go. We'll have Francis Moore from Moore Family Office. I think Peter Luck-Hilly's also in the building. He's recently released his new book.
So I'm just going to introduce you to our club captain, Mark Candlish, to do the presentations with, of course, the Moore family. Thank you all for being here, and over to you, Mark.
Thank you, Rob. First of all, a big thank you to our sponsors, the Moore Family Office. So we've got Richard, Lucy and Francis here to represent and support the event. And I think there's a definite extra bit of energy, I think, with for a little club like ours to have proper prize money often. It's brought a bit of extra thrill and energy to every shot. So thank you very much to the Moore Family Office. This has been televised worldwide, and we've got people on sound, vision, commentary, and they're all represented by the heroic work of Ben Gatenby. He's also our director of digital, so thank you, Ben. That was fantastic. Behind the scenes as well as trying to compete for the prize pot, Rob and Claire did a huge amount of work behind the scenes as the club pros to get us all organised, fed and watered, and the general organisation and the inspiration for the tournament. And then the final of a really pulsating and hard-hitting contest. The runner-up, Darren Long. Oh, sorry.
I'll leave Vaughan to do the speech, just part of the fun of winning, so there you go. But I want to second everything that's just been said. For me, I want to thank my dad for coming up yesterday to look after my children whilst I played. Rob. Thank Rob and Claire for all the work they do. I want to thank my new club, More Tomorrow, for their support, letting me travel, and getting back into this game that I love. And then as a whole, just the real tennis community, I think it's great. Everyone looks after each other, and it's really helped me through this last year, so thank you very much, and congratulations.
And without further ado, the winner of the Vaughan Family Office Summer Challenge, Vaughan Hamilton.
Makes it special for all of us to play, so thank you all as well. A few more battles for us, so yeah, keep it up. Cheers.
So that brings an end to the coverage of the More Family Office Summer Challenge for 2025. We do hope that you will continue to join us here at T&RA Media for the coverage of the under-26s. From all of us here at the Oratory, it's been a pleasure to have you with us over the last 3 weeks. My name's been Ben Gatenbeek. Goodbye.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.